everyone, today I'm doing Kinky Twist using the Jamaican Twist Braid Model brand. Now sometimes the hair is sometimes called Chunky Twist, but this is what the pack looks like. I'm going to be cutting the hair in half to get the desired length that I want. The product that I'm going to be using is Edgewax and some grease. The time is 9:27, and I put the time because a lot of people always ask, how long did it take? So here I'm about to start putting some edge wax around to make it, glossy and nice. And I also use some hair grease as well if the scalp is too dry. Here I'm taking 2 pieces out of the hair and I'm separating each piece in half, so I'm making like 4 or 5 pieces. So it's easier for me to go through when I'm braiding. So here I am about to braid. I braid down just a little bit, and then after I braid maybe like 3 or 4 times, then I start to twist. Doing the twist is something that you really do have to practice on. Twist is really not quite easy to do. So the way I do it is I twist each strand separately, and then I twist those 2 strands together. And then I also keep my fingers moisturized. I take some of the edge wax, put it and rub it on my finger because this hair is very dry and it can tend to dry your fingers out. And today I'll be doing sisters, 2 little sisters. So I definitely have to keep my fingers and everything moisturized. The parts that I do round parts for every twist so it doesn't look too spread out and too scalpy. Sometimes like the box parts, you do tend to see a lot of scalp. However, because they are young girls, I don't want their hair or head to be too heavy and too much hair. So here I'm about to slow down on how I twist just for you guys to get a better view. I'm taking that hair, twisting each strand and twisting it around. So that is pretty much it. Once you get the hang of it, it really becomes really easy for the braider or the twister. You just got to, yes, practice. And sometimes I do ask the client to hold on to the twist because while I'm twisting, it do tend to pull or twist at the scalp. So I do ask the client, please hold on to the hair so it doesn't pull as much. A great way to get the twist to be the same size is by using the same amount of hair. And doing so, like I said in the beginning, I'm only using 2 strands of hair. So that kind of keeps it to approximately the same size. A funny thing about Kinky Twist, it always brings me back to my one client from years ago. She was pregnant, 9 months pregnant. I'm doing her hair and she asks if she can use the bathroom. She feels a little pain. So when she comes back, she was like, hey, my mucus plug just came out and it was so much blood. So I instantly started panicking. At the time, I did not have any children. I was young. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what if she had this baby in my house? And yes, I was doing hair in my bedroom at the time. So she ended up calling all her family members. And then her mom is like, you're going to get your hair finished because these contractions are not that close. So here I am twisting so freaking fast. And her mom was timing the contractions, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to hurry up. I've never did Kinky Twist that fast in my life. I was like, this baby is not about to be born in my house. So long story short, she went to the hospital and had the baby like 2 hours later. So that was definitely a close call. But yes, I just wanted to share that story with you guys. But here, back to the Kinky Twist. When I part the edges, if the client have a thinner edges, I try to make sure that that part is really big, not not humongous, but like big enough so it doesn't pull. So I definitely make sure that they hold on to every edge twist because I don't want it to pull it out. So yes, you want them to hold it, and you also want to make the part bigger. Those little small parts that you used to get when you go to a braiding shop, those are not in style anymore. Those will pull your damn edges out. So try to be considerate with the client and part those part on the edges a little bit bigger. You don't want it to be pulling. um so yes, that is two things that I do. So that's the sister actually in the mirror, the little girl with the blue shirt. If you see her, she's up next. I literally have one more braid after this. They were really, really patient, and we were watching All of Us on TV, and it was really good. So if you want to watch something on Netflix, you need to check that out. This is a final view of the twist. Well, not final because I still have to curl the ends. But this is what the twist looked like all done. This is the first sister, and I'm going to ask her to see her phone so you can get an estimate of how long it took. So 12:55. I started at 9:27. I used 5 packs on her head. Here I am, 12:55. Got the other one in my chair like clockwork. I try not to waste no time or schedule any breaks when I just want to be home quicker. When you schedule a bunch of breaks, it takes you a little bit longer to get home. So yes, on to the next. This sister, she wanted some color. The color I'm using is color 30. So I added about 3 rows of color in the back, and then maybe like 8 to 9 braids of color in the front where she wants her hair parted at. So here I'm almost done. It did not take me as long. I think overall with both of the sisters, it probably took me 8 hours. I mean, I started at 9:27 for the first one, and I got done with everything, including the curls, about 5:15. So here I'm done with her twist at 4:48, as you can see on her phone. So I'm about to put the curls in. I'm using yellow rods, and when I do the curls, I usually typically put 3 twists on the rod, and I put the rod underneath the twist, and then I twist it on it. So that is how I'm gonna do her whole head. 3 twists, rod underneath, and twist it on the rod. Same thing with the sister. I asked them to switch place. That way I can dip both of their hair at the same time. So when I'm dipping, I take the hair in sections, and I make sure all the rods get soaked in that hot water. That hot water is what makes it curly. I have a water heater thing. It's like a kettle, electric kettle that I bought from Walmart. It takes about 3 minutes to heat up your water, and I use a thermos cup, as you can see, because it's like really thick and heavy. It's not flimsy, so the water should not fall on your clients. Once I dip that hair in that water, I let the hair sit in that water for about 10 seconds, and I also let the rod sit in the hair after being dipped for 1 minute so it can like dry up just a little bit. Once I'm done with that, it's time to take the rods out. I have my scissors ready. So I'm pretty much taking the rod out and getting my scissors and cutting the fuzzy end part. It's important to not cut the twist. You just want to cut the raggedy ends. You don't want all that hard work to go to waste. So you also don't want fuzzy raggedy ends as well. You want it to be nice and neat. So here I am cutting the ends. I'm going to be doing so for both sisters. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to moisturize her scalp. You know, when you have natural hair, that natural hair sometimes tend to be more dry, so you have to make sure your scalp is always moisturized. So here's to the final look on sister 1 and sister 2. Both of the sisters love their hair. I want to see if you guys can guess which sister is older, matter of fact. Because when I asked, I was amazed to find out. But this sister with the blue is actually the youngest sister. The sister with the black hoodie is the oldest. And yes, I was just happy to know that they were happy with their hair. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. And I hope to see you next video. Bye.